صباح الخير مشاهدينا لكل مين عم بتابعنا عبر شاشة او تي في. اليوم برحب فيكم مثل العادة أنا جوال من امباسادورز كورنر. بيسعدني بهالمناسبة اليوم رحب بسعادة سفير جمهورية صربيا السيد ميلان ترويانوفيتش. Excellency, good morning.
Dobro jutro.
Kako ste?
Dobro, a vi?
أهلا وسهلا بكم من هذا المنبر الإعلامي. You're most welcome, Your Excellency Milan, Ambassador of the Republic of Serbia. Today, as usual, we're going to have a virtual trip to Serbia, the very beautiful country in southeast Europe, and the capital, Belgrade, that is an overcrowded and most populous capital in the world. You're welcome.
Thank you.
What can you tell us about the neighboring country of the Republic of Serbia and the capital?
Well, Serbia is really on a crossroads historically, and in this shape and form since 2006, we have borders in the south with the Macedonia, Montenegro, going west, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, Hungary, Romania, and finally Bulgaria. So a very joyful place with many players that should make life beautiful and easy. But sometimes in history we had issues. But it's a beautiful country as well as is Lebanon, and I guess that your viewers are going to see some clips while we are talking.
Definitely. When we say Serbia, we say that it is borders with, like you said, Hungary and the north, Romania, and all of these countries. So basically, we can understand that this is a hub for a cultural exchange, political exchange, and historical exchange. Can you tell us more in brief?
Well, Serbia was, for a part of this region, a cultural, educational, and now technological center. But I must say that we used to go to school to Vienna and to Budapest.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch, Excellency?
Ich nicht sprechen Deutsch, but je parle français, بحكي شوي عربي.
شو رأيك نعمل المقابلة بالعربي؟
I feel more confident to be more precise and concise to address your viewers in English.
Yes, sure thing. Definitely. So basically, when we are talking about the capital, Serbia, of course, this very beautiful capital that should be a call for all the Lebanese audience, basically, to be visiting it. We have seen a lot of historical changes and landmarks in this capital. Can you tell us in brief about it?
Well, Belgrade is a wrong translation, or pronunciation of the name. The name of the city is Beograd, meaning white city. White city.
المدينة البيضاء.
Yes. So
Why?
It is actually due to many peace agreements were signed there, and at a certain moment they say the beginning was done in white stone, but the real meaning of or the real name is Beograd, meaning white city.
Belgrade,
but,
okay.
It's known internationally as Belgrade. Belgrade is almost the same age as Beirut. It was 44 times totally flattened by different armies and occupiers.
تدميرها 44 مرة
Yes.
مثل بيروت.
Well, Lebanon was totally destroyed, and I think this was mainly the earthquakes that they counted, but never did the enemies flatten Beirut totally. But Belgrade was 44 times really flattened until at a certain point of the Ottoman Empire they built a very big castle called Kalemegdan that is still standing there.
So we can say the translation إنه بلغراد المدينة البيضاء اللي هي العاصمة تم تدميرها 44 مرة من قبل العدو.
Yes.
All right. And every time it was raising and raising again, if we want to say this.
Yes, but the Serbs were not there from the very beginning. You had many different tribes and people who don't live or do not exist today have assimilated to other nations. but there were invasions from the west, northwestern, the Goths, Celtics, the Celts. The Celtic culture was there also at a certain moment, and even the Huns, Attila, the great passed through Hungary and then, devastated this part and went towards Baghdad and India in his conquer of the world. So the interesting thing is that Belgrade and Beirut, or if you want, Serbia and Lebanon, were part of the same country for almost 200 years when they were ruled by the Ottoman Empire.
So we can say in other terms that they have the common ground, or they share the common ties?
Yes,
both of the countries?
Serbia, though at this moment we are a landlocked country, we don't have access to the sea. We have a lot of flair of the Mediterranean culture. Mm-hmm. This is the influence of the Greece and as well as the Turkish influence. And we have many words that we commonly use. That are, some of them are Turkish, some of them are Arabic, that came to us via...
Let's enumerate some words, kindly, Excellency.
Well, we say Peshkir, you say Bashkir, Charshav, Sharshav, Chekic, Shakush, Korbach, Korbash, Zokak, Sokak. It's
so stretching back to history, we can say that they share this Ottoman terminology from the Ottoman Empire.
Yes, the Turkish language was at this time, in the 17th, 18th century, the lingua franca, that people would learn Turkish in order to do business and...
for the commercial exchange,
yes,
again.
And working in the administration.
Very good. What are the main touristic cities in Serbia, and what are the insights that you can share about touristic activity today in Serbia? How many tourists are they, and the main touristic spots or destination? If we want to start with Novi Sad, is that a good pronunciation?
Novi Sad.
Okay, Novi Sad. All right.
Which
we know it's the cultural heart of Serbia. Can you tell us more about it, Excellency?
Yes, Novi Sad is located in the northern part of the country, if you want, between Belgrade and the Hungarian border. And it's located in an area called Vojvodina, which you can translate as dukedom.
No.
And
yes.
Vojvodina is flat. There are very few places where there are very mild hills, because it's a bottom of the Pannonian Sea that during the development of the planet Earth, that sea slowly went through the path of the Danube into the Black Sea.
Okay.
So it is flat, very, very fertile, and also a very much contested area. It was for the longest time under the Kingdom of Hungary or Austro-Hungaria, until the Serbs who there were two patriarchs that took away from the Zulum of the Turkish Empire,
yes,
north, and inhabited Vojvodina.
And
in
it
two
has,
waves.
It embraces the Petrovaradin fortress?
Petrovaradin, yes.
Exactly.
And the city is on the biggest European river, the Danube. Mm-hmm. And the city doesn't look like the cities in the south of Serbia, meaning the architecture is rather Austro-Hungarian, or if you want, Renaissance European. As you know, the architecture of the churches, you have the Byzantine and the Roman style. It's very interesting that when the Serbs went there, they were affected from the point of view of architecture. So we have even our main church, the St. Michael's Cathedral, is built in the form of the Western churches that doesn't have the Byzantine style.
It must be a splendor by itself.
Yes, so we have both architectures in...
A mixture of architecture. Yes. Excellency, if you want to go to Niš, one of the oldest cities in Serbia, what can you tell us more about it?
Niš, or Nasai, is a old Roman place. And by the way, from that area, or if you want from the area that is today Serbia, 21 emperors of the Roman Empire were given, and the most famous one is Constantine the Great, who has established the Byzantine Empire. He was born in Niš, and they're very proud of this, and the sign, the emblem of the city wears the name Constantine.
And it has the most, or the very famous Roman history too.
Yes, and if you want, now we are going about the difference. In Niš, the cuisine varies very much than the one in Novi Sad.
Okay.
The Novi Sad was more under the Austro-Hungarian influence. They do a lot of boiled things, cooked things, while in Niš, it's very similar like in Lebanon. It's meshwi, you know, all kind of barbecued stuff. And
it's a different culinary art.
yes, and Niš is known that it's not a paradise for vegetarians. You have to eat meat in any shape or form.
There is no escape, huh? Okay, if you want to move to Subotica.
Subotica is the far north, almost on the border with Hungary, and a very mixed city, because the minority, which is around 2.6, 2.7% of the population of Serbia, who are Hungarians, live in that area, and there is also a considerable number of Croatian Serbian citizens who live there. And interesting enough, there is a lot of Lebanese who decided to, not a lot, but
to move over there.
To move, there is like around 200 people who decided to open businesses, bakeries, open offices. With the new generation, the touching point is IT. The Lebanese are known in the Middle East here in the Levant to be very strong in IT, and in Serbia as well. But Serbia has the, how shall I say, the ground, the capacity, stable electricity, cheap rent, and cheap electricity. So young people from Lebanon come and they open IT. There is also a number of them who participate in creating video games, which is a big business today.
Stunning, it's amazing.
Yes.
And it's well known for its stunning architecture, modern architecture.
Yes, not only that it is specific for it, I must be frank that 40% of the Belgrade center was totally destroyed on the 6th of April 1941 when the city was bombed by the German aviation, even though it was declared open city, meaning that it was forbidden to bomb it from the air. So I'll give you a short story. My father's birthday is on the 7th of April, and in those days there were no catering. So my grandmother woke up very early on the 6th to start preparing food and sweets for my father's birthday.
Yes.
And she was awake when she heard the planes and woke up it was Sunday morning, woke up my grandfather and my father and his brother. They only had 2 kids, and then they went down in the cellar when the bombing was finished. When they went out, there was no building, nothing.
C'est pas évident.
Yeah.
Let's go to a picturesque mountain resort, the Zlatibor.
There are plenty, but the most famous one is Kopaonik and Zlatibor.
Yeah.
Kopaonik is just a little bit more than 2,000 meters high, while Zlatibor is around 1,500 meters, but very mild slopes. People who like dangerous skiing will not find it very interesting. It's more for beginning skiers, amateur skiers, and those who like to ski beyond the fresh air on the snow, and not those who are thrilled by dangerous pistes and very deep slopes.
Yes.
They are located in the beginning of the so-called Dinar Alps, which is far away from being as high as the Alps that finish in Slovenia. But this is what I explained you, that if Vojvodina is a flat land, slowly from there the mountain starts raising up, and they are culminating in Montenegro. okay, in the mountains of Montenegro.
Yes.
So these two resorts are known. There are few others that are still not developed. Zlatibor means the golden pine tree, which is almost extinct, but they are trying now to I would say something similar with the cedars, except that
True.
the golden pine, Zlatibor,
True.
is not on our flag.
True.
There is the Uvac, a very famous meandering of the Tisa River, which goes like if it's a drawing or something. I don't know if your TV got this clip to show it. And this is where we have the white-headed eagles.
Nice.
Very few that
Nice.
are left in Europe live there, and they are protected by law.
In front of such picturesque or stunning sceneries, of course, you have a very important touristic season, Excellency.
Yes, but we don't attract everyone. As I said, we are a landlocked country, so people who like the sea will definitely not come to us. But if they like hiking and mountain climbing, again, on a very not demanding mountains. These are not so it is affordable for people who are my age to go up the mountains without having to have a special equipment.
To relax, huh?
Yes, and not necessarily put itself in danger.
What about Lebanese? Are you attracting Lebanese, touristically speaking, to such spots and destinations, Excellency?
The young Lebanese that come to Serbia are mainly related to sport.
Yes.
We just issued 120 visas. Unfortunately, this year less than last year. There is a youth tournament in Belgrade.
Is visa issuing easy for the procedure and formalities for Serbia?
I'll tell you something. We go there into politics. Though Serbia would like to open up, since we have so many borders with the European Union, and we want to stay in the second circle of the Schengen visas, we are being obliged to ask to issue visas.
Yes.
But to tell you, you don't need a visa if you have a Schengen multiple entry valid visa or a US visa or a UK visa. So if you have these three valid visas with multiple entries, you can take the plane and fly to Serbia.
بده يكون عندنا لكن تأشيرة دخول متعددة من الشنغن لنقدر نفوت على صربيا، أو تأشيرة من UK أو تأشيرة الولايات المتحدة. Yes. Otherwise, we have to apply directly to the embassy, to the consular section.
No,
and then,
there is a site on which they can apply. But of course, if you cannot find the site, you can send or call the embassy. You will be guided to it.
أو منروح على الابليكيشن اللي هي أونلاين على الموقع الخاص بالسفارة ومنقدم على التأشيرة من أجل الحصول عليها وزيارة صربيا. I'm gonna make a very short and concise translation. Of course, not for everything that you have said so far, Excellency. Briefly, تقع صربيا في جنوب شرق أوروبا. العاصمة هي المدينة البيضاء المعروفة ببلغراد، وهي أكثر المدن اكتظاظا بالسكان في البلاد. من أهم المدن السياحية في صربيا. بلغراد عاصمة صربيا الديناميكية التي سبق وذكرناها أعلاه، وهي تشتهر بمعالمها التاريخية والسياحية. ومن ثم لدينا نوفي شاد يلي هي القلب الثقافي لصربيا. نيش واحدة من أقدم المدن في أوروبا وأيضا تشتهر بتاريخها الروماني. سوبوتيتشا التي هي معروفة بهندستها المعمارية الرائعة. زلاتيبور وهو منتجع جبلي خلاب يكتظ أيضا بالسياح الذين يترددون إلى هذه المنطقة الجميلة. وكما ذكرنا بالنسبة لموضوع التأشيرة، الرجاء زيارة موقع السفارة الخاص بالتأشيرة أو من لديه التأشيرة الصادرة عن المتعددة الدخول، تأشيرة الشنغن أو التأشيرة الصادرة عن سفارة أو تأشيرة الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية أو التأشيرة البريطانية إذا صح التعبير. Excellency, main economic sectors in Serbia. Can you tell us more
Well,
about?
one of the economic sectors is tourism, and I did not finish. You asked what is the main reason. So I told you that they're coming not only to participate in tournament. There are various schools of famous basketball players. There is Djokovic's tennis school and so on. And kids attracted by their fame and their success.
And the water polo.
Water polo, I have not seen, I've not heard that Lebanese are coming, but the coaches come here.
Definitely,
and
true.
train the Lebanese.
True.
There is, it's very difficult to propagate this. There is a medical tourism. I have friends, Lebanese dentists, so I don't want to sound like that I want to take their business. But there are people who consider of spending vacation there, and in the meantime, due to the affordability of the services, do their dental work or medical checkups.
إذن السياحة الطبية معروفة في صربيا. نعم.
There is one friend of mine who, his first name is same as mine. He's a world-renowned plastic surgeon, and he's
exercising in Serbia.
Yes, yes, and he attracts a lot of. There is this kind of tourism.
Yes.
There is a tourism that is related to health. It's called the spas, like my colleague from Poland mentioned. And like in Czech Republic, in Germany, in Austria, in Hungary, you have spas. We have famous spas, and now they are being renovated, new hotels built.
The outdoor spas are very famous.
Some of them are outdoor, some are indoor. And you know, the spa, depending what do they cure and how it is applied. Some of it is swimming in the
cold
water with sulfur, smells very bad. To, let's say, to lay in the mud that has magnesium inside for 2 hours. And
this is amazing. This is a call for all Lebanese to go and
very
make this relaxation.
Very different topics. You have a spa that helps bone pain, joint pain. You have those that are good for dermatology. If you have something, some problems with your skin, blood pressure and whatnot.
So it's a big basket of touristic spots, and including medical and the spas.
And lastly, that's a kind of tourism, but also a kind of industry. It started from the days of COVID. Due to the affordability of the rent, the rent went since 2023 when the Ukraine-Russia situation happened. The rents went up because a large number of Russians came, but this has now seceded and the rent stabilized. We have a lot of the so-called nomads, and mainly the IT nomads, meaning the people whose work does not require for them to be there. So they work from Belgrade, they pay small taxes, and I see much more foreigners in Belgrade these days than, let's say, 5 years ago.
Agriculture in Serbia is one of the leading industries, إذا صح التعبير, if you want to say this, from cereals to grains exchange. What can you tell us about it?
Yes, Serbia's, especially the earth is very, very fertile. You know, the color is black, and they call it hummus in the, which is, you know, hummus is food. Very fertile land, and there is a joke that you throw a key and a house grows up.
Nice.
So we have fertile land, but we don't have, like Lebanon, natural 4 or 3 times a year that we can, you know, pick up the fruits or the vegetables. It's mainly once a year. There is this new in plastic tents growing up, but it doesn't taste the same. And we did not still develop how much the capacity. We could feed a big chunk of Europe.
Yes.
For example, the United Arab Emirates came and rented the big pieces of land, and they are exporting the result back to the Emirates.
What can you tell us about the manufacturing, textile, and the vehicles
historically
industry?
Textile was very early introduced even in the 19th century. And there is a place that they used to call it Little Manchester, because somebody from there went to Manchester, saw their textile industries, the Etoff production and so on. As you know, we were in a period of the socialist regime where there was no private ownership. And unfortunately, even though 30 years passed, we are slowly moving towards totally privatizing factories. There is a big number of investment, some of them in textile, from foreign investments.
Yes.
But still there is a huge possibility of improvement.
Energy.
Energy is something which, God bless us, we have a lot of water.
Yes.
We have a lot of charcoal. But as you know, charcoal these days is proven to be very polluting. And we are trying to shift from charcoal to wind energy and water energy. And we have a partnership with Romania at the Gerdap dam, where
Yes.
we are splitting the electricity half-half. We stopped the Danube at that point. So it's a tremendous dam, and one should go and see it. It's also a historic place to visit. And across you see Romania. You can even cross and have lunch in Romania.
Regrettably, we still have like 5 minutes, Excellency. I want you to tell us about the Expo 2027 in Belgrade, the main motto of this Expo, and what is the purpose? Play for humanity, sport and music for all, please.
Yes. We won this Expo in 2023 competition with countries like United States, Spain, Thailand, Argentina, but it is actually for 3 months in 2027, from 15th of May to 15th of August. We expect around 4,000 people, and this will be a place where countries can show their national sports, folklore, music, the dresses, and everything that comes together with it. Is it arts? Is it literature?
There's music.
Music, especially music. And also we included the artificial intelligence. So it's a big...
Tell us more kindly,
It's on a
Excellency.
big piece of land with around 25 hectares. And there will be a city, which is almost finished, built next to it, where the participants of the Expo, representing various countries, will be living. We expect around 6 months, because they will come 3 months in advance to start preparing the Expo, which will start on the 15th.
And of course, the Expo is hosting Lebanon too. What can you tell us about Lebanon's position in
We are
this regard?
expecting that Lebanon will accept. The invitations were sent last September, October, but as you know, the situation was not great, and we did not expect that the Lebanese government, which had a handful with ceasefire, with victims and the devastation, we just recently resent the invitation, and only yesterday I visited Minister Salameh, who in principle told me that he would adore that Lebanon participates, but he will have to see with the Prime Minister and with the cabinet, and we will try. I will try from my side to have a contribution of Serbia to help Lebanon participate there, concerning space, concerning the apartments for the participants from Lebanon.
And do you think by this Expo 2027 is Serbia trying in a way or another to preserve its identity, patrimony and heritage in the world?
Well, you always do that by organizing international fairs and happenings. So
Yes.
as I told you, we expect around 4 million plus to visit Serbia exclusively due to the Expo. So
How many countries have already responded
84 confirmed their participation.
84 out of?
Well, we invited
The whole world, the whole
92, because Serbia is the 93rd members of the UN, plus some countries that are not members.
And there is room for everybody, for sure, as
Yes.
you have already told us.
Yes.
IT in Serbia, before you give your message to
We
our
have
dear audience.
science and technology parks, if you want smart cities. We started this very, very early, 2015. And what is, just to tell you, this is the technology innovation and selling our products, but also we created capacity for storing data. So not to make publicity, but we are storing data, digital data, for many famous museums in Europe and in the world. We store data for big companies. And the programs, you will be surprised that the gaming, as I mentioned before, the video gaming is very strong, and there is one of the top 5 games that was produced in Serbia.
Yes.
And my message to the Lebanese,
as long as, excuse me, Excellency, as long as Lebanon and Serbia, they share deep-rooted historical ties.
Yes, yes.
What would be your message by the end of our interview?
The problem is that the internal problem always, and as we know, people have tendencies to fight. Is it at the micro level in the family, or in a society, or if you want, in a state, in a country? My message is continue being the beacon of optimism in the world. You know, there is over 16 million Lebanese in the diaspora. Wherever I went in my UN job in Africa, they told me, oh, if you contact this Lebanese person, you will fix your problem.
التفاؤل المستدام في العالم.
So have this, continue having this optimism, and between yourselves, my message is talk. Sit down on the table and talk. Don't impose one on another, you know, dictate the things.
ما تفرضوا آراءكم على بعضكم إنما ترسيخ الحوار.
I think that one of the main reasons that Yugoslavia had disappeared because the nationalities in between did not talk enough and see what is bothering the other person. Any which way, in any which shape and form, I'm here since '79, and Lebanon was always beautiful, with smiley people, music. You can hear it even during bombings. I used to hear music playing, excellent food, and you know, God bless you with the beautiful weather, the sea, the mountain, the Bekaa Valley. Just make, as I'm reading these days, make Lebanon greater than it is.
خلينا نعمل أو نصنع من لبنان أحسن مما كان. لبنان يلي بيتمثل أو بيتميز بأطباقه الشهية، بتأسه الجميل وبمعالمه الحلوة. خوالا Your Excellency, خوالا too much. Thank you for being with me, Joel, Your Excellency, Ambassador of Serbia to Lebanon, Mr. Milan. Until we meet again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much for joining us.
And regards to your audience.
Thank you so much. مشاهدينا فاصل صغير وبنرجع لكم.